So let us know when you're ready.
Okay.
Gentlemen, here I get to be with both of you.
Thank you, Norma. Norma Jean, to be with you.
Indeed. So, Father Treacy, we are here honoring the Golden Rule, giving examples around our earth of the Golden Rule. And I know no better human being than you, who are an example of one elder. But it is not just that you are a Catholic father, it is that the way you have lived your life.
Well, thank you. Interesting discussion today about the talk I'm going to give to Jewish people.
Mm-hmm.
So the big problem we have today is fear. Are we really changed as Christians towards them after 2,000 years? When I faced fear almost 60 years ago when I started TV in 1960, the cause for the fear in America was that time was religion. Many Protestants would vote for a Catholic. So with the rabbi, we tackled that subject and discussed what freedom of religion is and what respect for others is for non-political hatred or dislike or fear.
Indeed. So fear as being so much of what we are all facing and what seems to be under so much in our culture. Now, we are here with this other gentleman, John Hale, who is here with Father Treacy as the executive director here at Camp Brotherhood, and now is a leader in Seattle relative to compassion, in the community of compassion, I'm going to call it.
Yes.
Yes. So, John, bring yourself into this sphere. You're a deep man. I know you have deep thoughts.
Well, I couldn't agree more that Father Treacy is an icon in terms of the universal spirit of recognizing and living into the oneness that we all share. And his life has made significant inroads into my life and my path. And in fact, my road through interfaith and into the compassion community is really directly related to Father Treacy. And it seems to me, when I look at his model, from the standpoint of the Golden Rule or of compassion, there are many dimensions to that. One is the awareness. The words give us an awareness of what is pointed to, but it doesn't get us to where it's pointing without effort. And so Father Treacy, as an elder, has had the wisdom to get beyond the words, to show the wisdom and how it operates, and to share the skills on how people can, in fact, bridge the differences between them.
Well, thank you, John, very much. Words can do it, but the important thing is personal relationships first. I just read an article on that the other day with this professor at Yale. Told his students, I'm sorry I can't meet with you tonight. I have a family problem to take care of. That night he got 20 emails from students agreeing to help him. And the whole atmosphere of the relationship changed because he showed himself human.
Yes.
Wow. So beautiful.
Yeah.
So, Father Treacy, we were just in Seattle with Kelly Brown this morning, and she is at the Plymouth Church, which I understand you were instrumental when it came into being to help it keep going.
That's right. I celebrated the first Mass there on November 1st, 1978. So I'll be back there on December 3rd. There'll be 4 retired priests celebrating Mass there. Because it's continued every day since then. We're past the 40th anniversary now. With a sign outside the door, people stare at Catholic Mass 10 every day outside a Protestant church. That shows some progress and trust.
So, in knowing you, Father, I did not know you as a parishioner. I know you as a grandfather of interfaith, a man who is living his life to bring people together wholly. And I'm wondering, what is a nugget that you want to put out towards our young ones, towards our world now?
I think if I was a pastor again, I was for 40 years, on a Sunday, I could just have one sermon. Go out and be compassionate. Find a situation where compassion is needed and do it. Then you're living what we're here for. That's our purpose in life. That was the purpose. Jesus said, be compassionate. Your Father's compassionate.
Oh.
So all the other rules take in second place to being compassionate. Whether it's how you answer the phone or how you meet somebody. So
Indeed.
compassion to me is become more and more important, more and more solidifies my faith.
The quality of the heartful response.
That's right. What the person needs. It varies. 75 years as a priest, I've met every possible situation I think you could have met, but the one solution to everyone. Have compassion for them. So that's where I am at the present time.
Indeed, a culture of care.
That's right.
How do we get back to a culture of care? So John, what are your thoughts about this?
When you talk about how do we as elders kind of approach and support the youth, one thing that is sobering for me, and I think it was on the video that was shot last year for the Golden Rule Day, and interviews in a park somewhere of millennials asking them, what does the Golden Rule mean? And it was the exception of anyone interviewed that could actually state what it is. So one, we've got work to do to move into the hearts of the youth with behavior and understandings that will mean as much to them as these words mean to us from our life. And I think the issue of our religion and our golden rule and our compassion principles, the dots connect, and it's not clear to everyone just how they do and how they go deeper than just the words. So I guess I see there is work for elders to do to really cultivate the heart and provide an incentive for people to use their inborn spirit of humanity, one for themselves, and then two in outreach to others.
Indeed. Recently, I recalled words of my mother. She would say, "That's just common human decency, honey."
That's a good phrase.
Common human decency, meaning, as I am teaching someone how to heal, being a Reiki healer, a teacher, I am saying, become devoted to life itself. Now, in being with someone who might even call themselves an agnostic or an atheist, I would say, how about this mountain you love to climb? How about that river or the sea coming in? What is it you can listen to there? So I think of myself as very much a believer. Every one of the ways I celebrate, each person I come to. It seems that our world is going through an enormous change. And here you are, Father, our icon, really, of devotion, of devotedness, to go out with you and to see people responding to you. Their hearts are so full. There's so much love present.
Well, I've worked with John here for a number of years. I'm very happy to get reacquainted with him again, even though we have changed purpose of the place. We started as an interfaith camp. We had about 100 people every week, so figure out that was almost 5,000 a year. So 50 years, we touched a lot of people, John. I'm very happy to be with you and see you continuing that spirit. But you revealed that spirit to me when I learned you were in the Peace Corps, one of the ones, and that was a tremendous example of dedication, which we needed today.
It's interesting you mentioned that, Father, because I'm serving two different nonprofits now, one related to compassion, one to interfaith, and it's revealing how often Peace Corps stories come up when I look at what I'm doing and with whom I'm doing it now, because it's much the same spirit. And the years that we spent together here and the beacon that you provided before that at St. Patrick's, for me, was now really with Treacy Levine Center, you are really in the space you've always wanted to be, living the values that you and Rabbi Levine started with when you came up here. And it's just beautiful to see that you've been able to make that transition and be true to the values that you've had all that I've known you. And
Thank
true.
you, John, but compassion is very noticeable here. Rabbi Levine started this place. We bought it in 1966 to help young people get acquainted and get rid of their animosities to one another. Didn't quite work out because beyond our help, others didn't respond. But today, Camp Corey is taking care of children with life-threatening illness, but they come here. I can't think of a greater example of compassion than to bring the parents here for another time. Because the children are either in an orthopedic hospital or at home in bed. When they come out here, about 30 or 40 of them for a week, have a great time, completely changes them. So this is the spirit of the original camp. The spirit of compassion is very much here, John, at Camp Corey.
I can see that, and it was a beautiful match to be able to find Camp Corey to take over the camp and with their program.
Corey was a young boy who died at age 18 from cancer. His father, Mr. West, established this camp in his memory. So it comes with sadness into compassion, into reaching out to a lot of other people. Be happy, because one mother wrote to me how his son had completely changed here. He'd been withdrawn into himself before then. Now he's singing popular songs, thanks to contacts here.
Well, you've always had that as part of the program here. The farm animals you had, the kids that would come up here, those hundreds each week. The experience of being out in nature, the experience of being able to connect with other kids in an environment that is healthy and really inspiring. That was part of the original vision as well.
That was the original vision, exactly. I mean, we figure we're 200,000 people or more here over the years. And I'm happy, though, as you said, to turn it over to a new vision.
Yeah.
Very similar to the original.
So, Father, you have been a gatherer of people from all over the world, and I know that our dear sister Lucy is coming for your 100th birthday.
She should be here in May.
Yes, yes.
Just sent her an email today to facilitate her travel.
Excellent, excellent. So here is a mother that is creating home for thousands of babies and young people and hundreds of women and men as well.
Thousands of women she's helped. She has over 40 homes for children
Yes,
that need care.
yes, yes.